Hey guys, I just wanted to let you know that I was crying, not because, and I'm not letting you know this because I want you to feel sorry for me or tell me not to cry or to feel better, but just to let you guys know that I'm human and that I get upset sometimes. And sometimes I read your comments and I've read a couple of comments that's like, God, you're always happy, and I'm like, well, no, I'm not always happy. I mean, I have the days where I'm like, my life. And then I lay down and I roll on the floor in my tears, and then I lie down by the toilet and I just put my head to the toilet like this. And I'm like, but I didn't do that just now before I start to make this video. But I'm in my hotel room right now. We're gonna drive back to Texas tomorrow, and it was wonderful seeing the beautiful faces of all races, of all nationalities, of that were at the rally. The sea of beautiful people that care about this country. It was a really beautiful experience, and even though the day didn't end the way I wanted to end, I want to take that into account. That it started off really great and really beautiful. And I'm a people person. I love people, and it was great to be around mostly maskless people and people with high energy and smiles on their faces. It was just great to see all those smiles, so many smiles, right? And I inhaled pepper spray, so my throat's messed up, and then I think I got tear gas today. First time getting tear gas, first time getting pepper sprayed, first time getting thrown out of a restaurant. So, a hotel or a place. And I think there's some people that do stage some incidences like that to get attention, but you guys know me that follow me, I don't do this often. But I do it to show you that you have to stand up. If you don't, then, we're going to live like slaves. And I guess I take comfort in knowing that I'd rather die than live in a dystopian world, than live in 1984, a brave new world. That's what I say, my soul is prepared, how is yours? I don't want that to be my fate, but I think if you know what you will and will not stand for, it makes things easier for you. Decisions are easier for you. So technically, you guys know I have a medical condition, but I also, it's scientifically proven the masks don't work. And they actually harm your health. And, I've worked so hard on my health that I'm not going to compromise my health by wearing a mask that harbors bacteria. You know the deal. You know how I feel about that. But I digress again. Maybe this is happening because we are not meant to rely on saviors. As much as I would call myself a patriot, and Trump is going to me, and I would say that I'm a Trump supporter, I don't like idol worship of any kind. I think it's good to have people that you're inspired by. I think it's good to have people you look up to. I think it's good to have people that you are mentors to. And I think this just happens with the role of president. Like, everybody's expecting the savior to come along and fix things. They're expecting a Superman. They're expecting a Jesus. But we're the Supermen. Really. And maybe this is what we need to realize. There's so many of us, and I'm always encouraging people to make their own channel, have their own voice, always record stuff. There's so many of us that, so little of them, we can make a difference. And I have to keep reminding myself of that. And they want to demoralize you, and they want to think that you don't matter. Whatever you do doesn't matter. It doesn't mean anything. No matter what you do, because all those people there, they got the vote to stop. They got them to stop for a minute, but they're going to certify the vote anyway. I mean, they're being exposed, but then now what are we going to do with this exposition that we find out? how is it going to affect us? How, what are we going to do about it, right? And I think that they will demoralize you because they know our spirits are so strong inside. We're very strong. Human beings are very, very strong people, and they're constantly doing things to dim our light, whether it's, the chemtrails or the GMOs or the vaccines or the media or the propaganda that they say to dim our. They have to try so much. They have to do so much shit just to darken us, to dampen us inside. And it's like, with the mask thing, I've had 2 people on different occasions tell me, and I feel this too, that it darkens your soul, it dims your light. And for me, not only because I have a medical condition, but that's one aspect of the mask wearing that I feel, especially if it's not protecting you, especially, I'm not going to go over the common sense reasons why it doesn't protect you from anything. Even though, I'll name one. It says it on the boxes that I used to deliver when I was a medical courier. It says on the box, it doesn't protect you from anything. And before that, it would say this mask does not prevent you from this mask does not prevent you from getting anything, right? From catching a cold or whatever. It doesn't prevent the cold, doesn't prevent the flu. But now, in my later days, before I got fired for not wearing masks, it prevents you from, they say it prevents you, it doesn't prevent you from getting COVID. So, but on a larger scale, I think when people see other people stand up, I don't know, I think they have to be that harsh and make an example of me. They physically, pick me up and threw me out. Because they want to make an example out of me. But I don't give a shit. Call 1-800. I don't give a shit. I'm going to pick up the phone. Okay? That's going to be me. It doesn't, you have to not let them steal your soul. Then you have to let them not shake your spirit. Yes, of course I get sad, I get upset. Women, we cry more. It feels good to go into, it's a women that are watching this, so you have a good cry. You're like, oh, it just feels like a weight's been lifted off your shoulders. Men don't really cry. No, I think they punch holes in the walls or some shit. I don't know what you do to let off steam or stress. I had my cry. I felt bad. I feel like I can cry a little more, but that cry was good. I think I'm back at it now. My eyes are all swollen. Y'all know how ugly I look now because my mascara. Eyes are swollen. Anyway, yeah, I mean, maybe there are more paths to victory. I don't know. I'm not going to promise you anything. I was optimistic. I was genuinely optimistic a couple months ago. I know how I feel now. I will say, even then, the Trump supporters that I saw aren't going out and rioting, and I know that they're staging a lot of stuff because I was there, and we were kind of looking at some of the people who were like, they look like Antifa, and there are people on secret threads that, have heard people from Antifa write messages to each other saying, so that they can dress up as Trump supporters and start violence. But this is a common tactic that's used by, to infiltrate certain things or to stage false flags. Is that you dress up like one side and then commit violence against another side, so that side gets blamed. It's like the oldest trick in the book. This has been going on since, I don't know, the beginning of time. It's a war tactic that many countries use, all in different continents, on different continents, I should say. So, I don't really, I don't know what's going to happen next. I don't. I can always talk shit about vaccines if you want to tune in. I don't know how political this is going to be after this. This is a channel about truth seeking, though, so I always was into politics, and maybe this is where I get off, and it's fine. And I still love doing the channel. I still love doing the live shows, and I still love talking to people. I don't want you guys to be discouraged. I'm being real. I'm trying to be a realist without trying to discourage you. Because you always have to, like, count your blessings. Even tonight when I got kicked out of that place, I got thrown on the ground. You know, my knees hurt, but it's not hurt as much as it could be hurt. He didn't punch me. It didn't turn a fight. You know what I mean? Like, I try whenever every bad situation I encounter, after I get over the trauma of it happening, I try and count my blessings, and that kind of raises my vibration a little bit, you know? Not to the point where I'm like, happy, hey, you know, like everything's great and dandy, but it's like that emotional guidance skill. It's like when you're in anger, or the Kubler-Ross stages of death, right? You can't stay in one disempowering emotion, but you have to keep moving up. So if you're in despair, okay, what is the next possible emotion? Maybe like anger, right? You don't want to stay in despair, because if you stay in despair, then that leads like to suicide, hopelessness, right? You want to move up. So then maybe now you're angry. You're angry about what happened, right? You're pissed that, you know, you felt bamboozled. It was great going up and storming the Capitol, right? I got good footage and it was exhilarating. Was that real? Was it staged? Was it a false flag? Was it a setup? Were we played like pawns? I don't know. Maybe. I have to be open to all those possibilities. I was in the moment, and it was just doing what I felt was right. And what and because in the moment, that's all that I could do. And time will tell, right? So, I'm feeling kind of angry. I think that's where, maybe a few hours ago I was in hopelessness and despair. You guys Google emotional guidance skill, emotional guidance system. Guidance system, you'll see what I'm talking about, right? It's a little scale of emotions that you want to keep moving up. You want to find a way to jump up to the next one, to the next, to the next, so you're not stuck in one emotion. That's negative. And I don't know, I've just been doing a lot of thinking. I'm probably going to be doing even more thinking over the next few days. Weeks. Maybe this is the start. I mean, I feel like the war is on. We're in a war, no doubt about it. Make no mistake. But I feel like the war is, I'm hoping we get some kind of relief today. That's the thing. I'm just, fighting is hard, man. I'm not playing, it's not easy emotionally, physically, spiritually. It's hard. Sometimes you need a break. I would like to see that we've won at least some battles. They're winning battles. I don't think they won the war yet. Maybe I'm being a cockeyed optimist. I don't know. But, or maybe I have an intuition. We're still in the dark night of the soul. This is the dark, dark night of the soul, y'all. The dark, dark night. Who knows? Is this going to turn around? Is this going to happen? I see some people in the comments that were like, I told you Trump was going to sell y'all. I told you he was. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But then maybe it's a good thing. Maybe this is part of our evolution as a species to realize that humans shouldn't put all our eggs in one basket and all our faith in one person. I always said that about Trump, even though I don't, dislike him. I've always said that, about anybody that you like. They're humans. They have desires and wants and agendas, and they make mistakes, and just like the rest of us. So anyway, if you guys are driving home or traveling, or yes, take time to introspect. But I told my friend that I drove up, we've had a great time thus far actually. We've had a ball. But before we got on the road, I want to do some kind of what do you call it, like centering or something, to get our emotions on a high vibration. Because I have noticed one thing I will say about my life that I think it is real, that if you're in a state of anger or low vibration, you can draw negative instances into your life. So I really try and be aware of that. And like I said, not being unrealistic, but you know, like I said tonight when I got in that fight with that guy, like it could have been worse, right? Pepper spray could have been worse. I could be blind. It could still be hurting me. The people that got pepper sprayed and tear gas worse than I did, you know. It could be, you know, they could have called the cops on me. I could have went to jail, right? That guy I could have maybe kicked him in the balls and he got really mad at me and like punched me in the face and like broke my face, you know. Who knows, right? It could have been worse. It could have been worse. So it was really my ego that was bruised a little bit, but, you know, I survived that, and I'll be fine. I'm just upset. And you know, discriminated against, and people shouldn't have to endure that. And it takes people standing up and saying, no, I'm not going to wear this fucking mask. It doesn't work. What if I was a rape? I mean, I'm not going to tell you my my condition, but, you know, what if I was a rape victim that, you know, has so severe PTSD when my face gets covered, I can't breathe, and I black out and have flashbacks. That's real for some people. Or PTSD. Or emphysema severely. Or asthma and allergies because the microfibers and the cloths and stuff, you can't have anything over your face. You know, or claustrophobia, right? One of my friends is exempt because she has severe claustrophobia. If she puts a mask on her face, she automatically, her body like shuts down. She can't breathe for real. Like, so it's, you know, maybe that friend is me, as well. I'm just saying. But I went on like 10 different tangents, but I hope that gives you guys something to think about. Think about what ways you can contribute to, you know, making this country great again, not just depending on one person to make it great for you. And not just thinking one person winning is going to make things great for you. What can you do? Everybody can do something. Everybody has a piece of the puzzle to lend to our transformation. All right, guys, I love you guys very much. Thank you for your support. I'll be uploading videos in the next few days. I just got little snippets after they messed with the live stream, but I'll be uploading those when I can, and I'll talk to y'all later. Love you guys. Peace, just love. Bye-bye. Mwah.